In order to draw a circle graph, the first thing you need to do is complete a data table that represents all the information we need for our circle graph. In this data table, we have the United States Olympic medal count from Vancouver in 2010. You can see that there were 9 gold medals, 15 silver medals, and 13 bronze medals. The very first step is to add up those numbers and get a total. So the total number of medals that were won was 37. The next thing we need to do is find the decimal, percent, and degrees for each one of those. So if we start with the gold medals were 9 out of 37. Excuse me. So we would take 9 divided by 37, and that rounds to approximately 0.24 as our decimal. We would write that as 24%. Now, if you leave the long decimal on your calculator, the 0.24 before we rounded it, and do times 360, because there's 360 degrees in a circle, we get 87.5, which rounds up to 88 degrees. Let's do the same thing for silver. 15 out of 37. When you do that division problem, you get 0.41, which would be 41%. Remember, leave the decimal on your calculator screen and do times 360. Your answer rounds to 146 degrees. For the bronze medals, 13 out of 37. 13 divided by 37 becomes 0.35 when we round it, which is 35%. If you do times 360, we get 126 degrees. Now, before we go to make our actual circle graph, we want to make sure that these numbers make sense. So if we add up the percents in the percent column, they should add up to 100%, and in this case they do. The numbers in the decimal column should add up to 1 whole, and the numbers in the degrees column should add up to 360 degrees. It's okay to be off by a degree or two or a percent or two, but it shouldn't be more than that. Once you've completed your table, you're ready to do your circle graph. You need a protractor, and you need to measure out these degrees for each section of your circle graph.